to require this third round of 300 homes, new construction, to be infill. In addition to that, I want to remind the council and the staff and the city manager that these funds come from the federal government. And with that, the Davis-Bacon Act is supposed to be enacted. And in the Stafford Act, Section 611, it says, all laborers and mechanics employed by contractors or subcontractors in the performance of construction work financed with the assistance of any contribution of federal funds made by the director under this subsection shall be paid wages at rates not less than those prevailing on similar construction in the locality as determined by the Secretary of Labor in accordance with the Act of March 3rd, 1931, commonly known as the Davis-Bacon Act. And every such employee shall receive compensation at a rate not less than 1.5 times the basic rate of pay of the employee for all hours worked in any work week in excess of 8 hours in any workday or 40 hours in the work week. As the case may be, the director shall make no contribution of federal funds without first obtaining adequate assurance that these labor standards will be maintained upon the construction of the work. I say this because I know in the first round of new housing construction, this has not been abided by. I do know that a major developer in our city were hiring Mexicans to do drywall. Usually that means substandard pay. I want to say that we owe this to our labor force. We always talk about jobs in the downtown and bringing companies here and everything. We have a great opportunity here. We've had over $500 million come into the state from CDBG funds alone, and I don't even know what the latest number is from FEMA coming into the state and into the county alone for the construction of all these public buildings. I also, and I know I've said this before in council, I'm going to repeat it, in the Stafford Act Section 307, it says, in the expenditure of federal funds for debris clearance, distribution of supplies, reconstruction, and other major disaster or emergency assistance activities which may be carried out by a contractor agreement with private organizations, firms, or individuals, preference shall be given to the extent feasible and practical to those organizations, firms, and individuals residing or doing business primarily in the area affected by the major disaster or emergency. It goes on to say that if they're not hired locally, that this needs to be justified in the contract file. So with all this federal funds coming into our county, we need to be paying prevailing wages, we need to be hiring local. And I would like to say that it really is frustrating when I hear of a friend of mine whose union carpenter son is sitting on the bench and all this building is going on. The unions have given a lot to the rebuilding of this community. Bill Haynes had his retired electricians joined with non-union electricians to form the Old Farts. Sorry, I know you said that that's the organization. Don't mean to be saying anything wrong here. Ray Document had retired plumbers helping flood victims. Oh, the Old Farts organization, I believe they helped over 250 homes. I don't know what the plumbers did. And I know Dave Hogue has also been actively involved in helping with reconstruction, rehabilitation. We owe it back to the unions to make sure that they're getting employed. And I don't know who is in charge of making sure that when we have contracts that they and the subcontractors are getting paid prevailing wages. I have no idea.
I'm not going to interrupt you. 5 minutes is up.
Okay, thank you. But I'd like it to be followed through. Thank you.